Parliament to reconvene in special sitting starting 26 July. Boost for national vaccination drive as Malaysia set to receive more supply. Welcome to News at 10 with me, Brandon Lepol. A special sitting of Dewan Rakyat will be held for 5 days starting from 26 July. The Prime Minister's office, PMO, with a statement today said that the Senate, however, will convene for 3 days from the 3rd of August to the 5th. Commenting further through a statement release, the PMO said the government has agreed to advise the Yang di-Pertuan Agong for a special sitting of the third sessions of the 14th Parliament to be held for 5 days from 26 to 29 July and also on 2nd August. The special sitting is to explain to all members of Parliament about the National Recovery Plan and to amend all legislations and rules to enable Parliament sitting to be held in a hybrid manner. The PMO also said that in accordance with Clause 3 of Article 150 of the Federal Constitution, the proclamation of emergency and emergency ordinances promulgated by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong shall be laid before both houses of Parliament. The statement also said that the special sitting will be held according to the standard operating procedures set by the National Security Council, MKN, and Health Ministry. All members of the Cabinet has also been notified about the matter through a Cabinet note. Last month, the King, Al-Sultan Abdullah Rayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, expressed the view that Parliament sitting should be held as soon as possible to enable the National Recovery Plan and emergency ordinances to be debated. Now, several other states are showing positive development to move into Phase 2 of the movement control under the National Recovery Plan, PPN. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin said they have vast potential to achieve the 3 threshold value indicators needed for the transition soon. Elaborating further on the matter through a post on his official Facebook, Tan Sri Muhyiddin said apart from the 5 states which have transitioned into Phase 2 of the PPN, there are several other states which are showing great development and potential to achieve the 3 threshold value indicators in the near future. Last Saturday, Senior Minister for Security, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob announced that Perlis, Kelantan, Perak, Pahang and Terengganu are moving into Phase 2 of the PPN from today after achieving the threshold value. The 3 indicators needed for the transition are the national daily average COVID-19 cases that must be dropped below 4,000, the utilization of beds in the intensive care unit, ICU, should be at a moderate level, and at least 10% of the population should be fully vaccinated. Despite still being hospitalized, the Prime Minister today chaired the special meeting of the National Security Council via teleconferencing to discuss the latest situation of COVID-19 in the country. Tan Sri Muhyiddin said among the matters discussed were the implementation of the Enhanced Movement Control Order EMCO in several sub-districts and localities in Selangor and Kuala Lumpur, as well as the PPN report for every state. Meanwhile, the Premier also expressed hope that the pandemic situation in the country can continue to be controlled and more people can be vaccinated following the delivery of more vaccine supply this month. Coordinating Minister for PICK, Khairi Jamaluddin, reports that Malaysia is set to receive almost 20 million doses of vaccine this month. Now, this includes 500,000 doses of Sinovac vaccine contributed by the Chinese government that will arrive in the middle of the month.
Bekalan vaksin Pfizer yang akan kita terima pada bulan ini, iaitu perolehan terus oleh Kerajaan Malaysia, adalah 5,428,800 dos. Campur dengan dos ataupun sumbangan yang telah pun kita terima daripada negara Amerika Syarikat yang tiba pada pagi ini, iaitu sebanyak 1,350,000 dos. Jadi jumlah keseluruhan adalah 6,429,150 dos. Manakala selain daripada sumbangan daripada AstraZeneca, negara Jepun, kita juga telah memperolehi 586,700 dos perolehan kerajaan Malaysia yang telah dibuat dengan AstraZeneca. Manakala untuk Sinovac pula, baki penghantaran akan diselesaikan pada bulan ini dan semua 12 juta dos akan kita selesai hantar pada bulan Julai.
Khairy explained that in August and the subsequent months, Malaysia will only use Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccines as the government has yet to receive any delivery date for the CanSino vaccine. Meanwhile, Khairy said students preparing to further their studies overseas will be vaccinated if they reach the age of 18 this year. However, he said, for those who have yet to achieve the legal age, their parents will need to sign a declaration of approval to get themselves vaccinated.
Terdapat isu di mana pada tarikh vaksinasi mereka belum lagi mencecah usia 18 tahun. Untuk golongan ini, vaksinasi boleh diberikan sekiranya mereka mencecah usia 18 tahun pada tahun ini. Maksudnya, they will turn 18 this year. Satu syarat lain yang perlu dipenuhi adalah supaya ibu bapa ataupun penjaga mereka perlu menandatangani surat perakuan kebenaran consent form bagi tujuan ini.
Speaking during a joint press conference on PICK development with Health Minister Dato Sri Dr. Adham Baba, Khairy said a total of 8,615 vaccination appointment dates for those early applications received from the overseas bound students had been set so far. Now, adolescents categorized in the high-risk groups will be prioritized to receive vaccine jab. Health Minister Dato Sri Dr. Adham Baba said this includes those aged from 12 to 17 and they will receive the Pfizer vaccine.
Kita telah pun diberikan maklumat bahawa beberapa pakar yang telah menilai dosis vaksin, mereka seharusnya mengurangkan dosis vaksin kepada adolescent lah. Walaupun data klinikal untuk dosis dan juga tahap umur yang perlu diikut kilogram body weight perlu diambil kira dan data tersebut akan dibentangkan pada kami berdua sekiranya kita dapat mulakan program vaksinasi. Conclusionnya ialah dosis itu kenalah berubah daripada adult dos.
Meanwhile, commenting on vaccination among school teachers, personnel and students, the Health Minister added that everyone involved with schooling session will be vaccinated to prevent the emergence of COVID-19 clusters that are related to education institution. Now, about 22,000 workers in the flight transport sector will be vaccinated through the Vaccine Distribution for Transportation Sector program. Now, the initiative kicked off with the opening of the Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA Vaccine Distribution Centre PPV. According to a statement by Transport Minister Dato Sri Dr. Wee Ka Siong, Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad (MAHB) has collaborated with flight industry companies to support the initiative. The program will be carried out until 24th September at Anjong Tinjau Terminal 1 KLIA and operates from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Furthermore, PPV involving land transport sectors will soon be open in several locations nationwide to ensure swift vaccination of some 20,000 railway workers and bus drivers. In a related development, the ministry, along with the COVID-19 Immunization Task Force, CITF, is coordinating the extension of the vaccination program to taxi drivers, e-hailing drivers, as well as delivery and courier workers. This involves over 300,000 individuals and will be conducted at public as well as government PPVs. Now, Pulau Pinang will enter the second phase of the National Recovery Plan, RRP, starting 7th July. According to Senior Minister for Security, Dato Sri Semasa, Pulau Pinang has fulfilled the 3 requirements stipulated by the National Security Council, MKN. In a statement today, Dato Sri Semasa said the 3 requirements achieved include reduced average number of daily cases, with Pulau Pinang recording 9.5 cases out of 100,000 people for 7 days, with the recommended indicator threshold at below 12.2 cases per 100,000 people. Furthermore, the usage rate for beds at ICU in the state is currently at a moderate level. Furthermore, the senior minister informed that 10.1% of the adult population in the state had received both doses of the COVID-19 vaccine, which is above the threshold value of 10%. Dr. Sri Ismail Sabri also reminded those in the states that have advanced to the second phase of the NRP to continue their efforts to protect the community from COVID-19 and move on to the next stage for the restoration of their economic and social sectors. A total of 2,618,316 people, or 8% of the Malaysian population, have completed 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccination as of yesterday. Health Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Adam Babar said the COVID-19 Immunisation Task Force, CITF, targets that 10% of the country's population, or 3.2 million people, will be fully vaccinated by the middle of July under the National COVID-19 Immunisation Programme, NIP. Elaborating further in a Twitter post, Datuk Sri Dr. Adam said a total of 9,006,715 doses of vaccines were dispensed yesterday. He also said that for daily vaccination, a total of 206,015 doses of vaccines were administered yesterday, involving 127,385 first dose recipients and 78,630 who received their second vaccine shot. Selangor recorded the highest number of recipients who completed both doses of vaccination, totaling 348,853 people, followed by Sarawak, 299,593, Kuala Lumpur, 244,709, Sabah, 233,409, and Kedah, 193,575. The Health Ministry reported 6,387 new COVID-19 cases in the country today, bringing the cumulative number to 785,039. According to a statement by its Director General, Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah, 26 of the cases today were imported cases, while the remaining were local transmissions. Selangor remains the state with the highest new number of infections, with 2,610 cases reported, followed by Kuala Lumpur with 819 cases and Negeri Sembilan 523 cases. Meanwhile, 4,532 recoveries were recorded, bringing the total recovery tally to 710,018, equivalent to a 90.44% recovery rate. Following this development, there are currently 69,447 active cases being monitored by MOH. This includes 923 cases treated in intensive care units, with 433 of them requiring respiratory aid. MOH also reported 77 new COVID-19 related deaths in the past 24 hours, taking the country's death toll to 5,574. Yet to come, Kelantan police seized 2.1 million ringgit worth of drugs. Stay with us.
Since my update to you last month, our national COVID-19 immunisation program has made significant progress. Our average daily vaccination rate for June was almost 170,000, surpassing our target of 150,000. We are vaccinating people at a higher rate daily per capita than the world average. We are now consistently vaccinating 250,000 a day and will target a monthly average of 300,000 a day in July. At the end of May, only 5.9% of our population had received at least one dose. That number is now 18%. That's a 200% increase in June alone.
Welcome back. Qatar, one of Malaysia's largest trading partners, has highlighted the need for both countries to continue working on the Investment Guarantee Agreement, IGA. Qatar's Minister of Commerce and Industry, His Excellency Ali Ahmed Al Kuwari, said the protection to investments accorded under the IGA will encourage more investment cross-flows between Qatar and Malaysia. According to a statement by the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, Ali Ahmed had also proposed for the signing of the agreement to take place at the next Joint Trade Committee JTC meeting, which Qatar is keen to host. He said this in a meeting with MITI Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Azmin Ali during the minister's 3-day visit to Qatar's capital city, Doha, under a trade and investment mission, which began yesterday. During the meeting, both ministers discussed a broad spectrum of matters, including collaboration initiatives for bilateral and regional economic cooperation to spur trade and investment ties, as well as sustainable economic recovery. As part of the trade and investment mission, Datuk Seri Azmin will also be meeting with prominent leaders of Qatari companies as well as potential investors to further explore business opportunities and collaborations in retail service, cybersecurity, and expanding Malaysia's footprint in the global halal industry. In 2020, Qatar was Malaysia's 6th largest trading partner and its 7th source of import in the West Asia region. Last year, total trade between both countries stood at 2.10 billion ringgit, with Malaysia's exports to Qatar amounting to 1.13 billion ringgit and imports at 0.97 billion ringgit. Now, the Ministry of Human Resources, KSM, views seriously on the issue of human trafficking as reported by the United States Department of 2021 Annual Report. Now, according to a statement by its Minister, Datuk Seri M. Saravanan, among the initiatives taken in regards to this matter was the enhancement of the Workers' Minimum Standards of Housing and Amenities 1990, Act 446. He said KSM would also collaborate with the International Labour Organization, ILO, to draw up a national action plan on forced labour and child labour, which is expected to be finalized in the 4th quarter of this year. Datuk Seri Saravanan also emphasized that the anti-trafficking in persons and anti-smuggling of migrants, ATIPSOM 2007, would also be enforced so as to increase the total number of convictions regarding the issue of forced labour. The ministry will also re-evaluate memorandums of understanding with source countries to empower elements of protection on workers' rights, which does not burden employers. The police seized 36 kilograms of shabu and 8.4 kg of heroin-based drugs, estimated to be worth 2.1 million ringgit, which were found abandoned on the banks of Sungai Golo near Pulau Tengkora in Tumpat, Kelantan. Kelantan Deputy Police Chief SAC Abdullah Muhammad Pias said a team from the Narcotics Criminal Investigation Department NCID of the Tumpat Police District Headquarters found the drugs in 2 packages while patrolling the area. According to SAC Abdullah, before confiscating the drugs, the team spotted 2 men speeding off in a boat heading towards Takbai, Thailand.
Jadi pemerhatian telah dibuat oleh mereka pada pukul 5 petang 3 hari bulan sehingga pukul 8 pagi 4 hari bulan, iaitu selama 15 jam. Namun begitu tidak ada sesiapa yang datang mengambil bungkusan tersebut, maka anggota operasi tersebut telah membawa balik bungkusan tersebut ke IPD Tumpat.
SAC Abdullah also said that the drugs were believed to be sold in Kelantan and Klang Valley. The case is being investigated under Dangerous Drugs Act 1952. With that, we conclude tonight's news at 10. Today's top story, Parliament to reconvene to discuss National Recovery Plan. Tune in for more updates tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Till then, I'm Brendan Lepal. Stay tuned to Solar and Berita RTM and have a good night.